Good morning. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hope check. Grand rising. Praise God. Or whatever it is that you say, what you ascribe to. How y'all doing on this beautiful morning? The temperature dropping. Getting kind of chilly out. I wanted to share this story that came to my mind when I woke up this morning. It was two white boys I was in the county jail with. Both of them was locked up for murder. Both of them were 14 years old. I'm not going to call their names. I'm going to just say Mike and Ike. Mike, he got locked up first. Mike was locked up for killing his mother. Ike got locked up probably 3-4 months after Mike. And Ike was locked up for killing his girlfriend. So I'm going to share with y'all the story that they told me in the county jail as to what happened. As far as Mike, and mind you, both of these white boys from, I'm not going to say where they from. They from Mississippi, small town in Mississippi, right outside of Hattiesburg. So Mike, after he been in there for a while, got to know everybody in the county jail. He went to telling everybody what happened. It was a fair going on. These are his words. It was a fair going on. And and he wanted to use his mom's vehicle. And his mom told him no. Mike said he went and got a shotgun, a 12-gauge shotgun. His mom was laying on the couch asleep. And he shot her in the head and blew half of her face off. This is what he telling me and everybody that's in the county jail at this time. This is 1996. He blew half his mama's head off. This is how he described it. He shot her in the head and blew half of her head off. And he didn't feel no type of way about it. But me in hindsight, thinking about it, reflecting on it, I seen the hurt in his face. He had his father and his sister used to come see him, do everything for him. I was selling him weed in the county jail, trying to make that little extra money. But yeah, he killed his own mother. That was crazy. All right, so Ike come to the county jail a few months later. And he killed his girlfriend. So after being there for a while, getting to know everybody, let me say this before I continue. Back then, 1996, you had the SCRs, the Simon Sutter Raws. It's a white boy gang. It's an offset of the GDs, the Gangsters Disciples, but they just white boys. But still, back then, white boys got no love in jail. Well, even on the streets, like, it's a few white families back when I was growing up that lived in my neighborhood that got a pass. But all the white people used to come to the hood to buy weed and buy crack. They got no love. 9 times out of 10, they got their money took from them. Until, one of the OGs might have said something like, man, let me make this money or whatever. But the point is, white boys got no love. And that was in the county jail and when I went to prison. Now, things have changed now. White boys, they done obtained a little more power, a little more say-so, and a little more respect. All right, so Ike come to the county jail, got to know everybody. He went to tell everybody his story. He said his girlfriend broke up with him. Matter of fact, I think it was on an Easter Sunday. that he killed his girlfriend. His girlfriend broke up with him, so he got up to go to church that Sunday. To make a long story short, his girlfriend was coming out of church, and he too had a shotgun. I can't remember what he said. I think it was a 410, a 12 gauge or whatever. But he shot his girlfriend as she was coming out of church, shot her in the chest, and she died on the spot. This is the story of Ike and Mike, two white boys. One turned gangster, one turned gay. Mind you, both of these white boys 14 years old. Now, Mike, the one that killed his mama, he kind of went for bad. Like, he still got his ass beat in the county jail or whatever. But he kind of went for bad. Now, Ike, he was quiet. He was kind of shy, asking like how it's going to be when he go to prison. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I ain't never been to prison. Shit, in my mind, I'm just as scared as you is. I'm 16, ain't got no hair on my face. I'm not scared to the point where I'm going to hang myself or nothing like that. I'm scared. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, first person that tried me, I'm going to have to shank them. Like, this the kind of stuff that's going through my mind. So I'm like, bro, I don't know. This is my first time too. Shit, I'm just as scared as you is. But, he was shy and he was quiet. So we all in the county jail. I think I stayed in the county jail for about a year before they sent me off to Ring County. And I left them there. No, before I got shipped off, I got in some trouble. Me and my homeboy Wop, man, I'm gonna do a whole nother story on Wop. That's my homeboy. That's me and him we caught the same crime together. And he just went back to jail. He just shot somebody. But anyway, me and my homeboy Wop, we got in trouble. We got in trouble. So they split us up. They sent me to Marion County jail, and they sent Wop to Forest County jail because, we were just causing so much hell in the county jail. So they split us up, and then I think I stayed in Marion County like 3 months, and it was time to go to court to get sentenced or whatever, so they finally sent us off. And I think the two white boys, they end up, getting life sentences. One, with both of them, life without parole. And so I was in prison probably about maybe 4 or 5 years before I ran across Mike, and I had been locked up about 8 years before I ran across Ike. So I was in George County, and I had George County on lock as far as selling weed or whatnot. Yeah, I was getting it in. I had somebody from the streets bringing me weed, but that's another story I'm sure. I had George County on lock with the weed, and my homeboy Chuck, old school cat, he had it on lock with the liquor. He used to make some kind of liquor. Now both of us worked in the kitchen in George County. He used to make some kind of liquor, and he used to have the whole county jail lit with the liquor, and I had the weed until I ended up getting in trouble and going to Greene County. But that's another story I'm gonna share. So I got in trouble from George County, and Greene County probably about 2 counties over. Mississippi got all kind of, it's a lot of prisons and facilities in Mississippi. But Greene County is considered to be a maximum security right up on the Portsmouth. It's Greene County, it go down. It's dangerous too. So I ended up getting shipped to Greene County. So one day I'm at visitation. The same female used to bring me the weed when I was in George County. She held me down damn near the whole 12 years. I'm gonna share that story too. She came to see me. I think my dad came to see me. Now, mind you, I was locked up 12 years. I seen my mom twice. Once in the county jail when I was getting ready to get sentenced, and then once when I was in Marshall County up there by Memphis. But anyway, So I'm in the visitation room, and I'm just, looking around the room. And guess who I see? I see Mike. He visiting, like, I'm assuming that's his sister or his dad, or whoever it was. And I haven't seen Mike in about 4 or 5 years since the college year. He done grew up a little bit. He probably about 21 at this time, got a little hair on his face. He done grew up a little bit, but he had a look on his face. So when I seen him go up to go to the snack machine, I get up and go to the snack machine. And, we talk like, dang, bro, how you been? And again, I could just tell, like, something ain't right about him. So I found out what dorm, what building he in. See if I, know some people over there. So anyway, when you in prison, 9 times out of 10, you're going to know somebody there from another prison if you've been there for a while. And you'll know how to find that information. So look, to make a long story short, I found out that Mike joined the Aryan Brotherhood. That's the AB. That's a racist gang or a racist organization. And they turned him out. They turned him to a punk. They turned him out, turned him to a punk. Now, mind you, Mike was the one who killed his mom that was in the county jail and, acting like he was tough because he had a murder charge. Got turned out, became gay. I knew looking at him in the visitation room that something wasn't right, but I really didn't know until I got the information that, they turned him out. All right, so fast forward probably 3-4 years later. So I leave Greene County. They had a mass movement. I leave Greene County and I went to Greenwood. In Greenwood, it was so wild because it was a new prison that they was opening. Man, it was wide open. Like, it was going down. But anyway, I stayed in Greenwood 2-3 years and I ended up getting sick. And that's another story I'm going to tell too. When I got sick, how my homeboy Watt, we ended up in the same prison together, in the same dorm, in the same zone. And in the same rack, really. Top bunk, bottom bunk. And how he got me some help when I got sick. So when you get sick, depends on how severe it is, they send you back to Rankin County. Now remember, Rankin County is the process unit, but also Rankin County is the women prison, and it's a medical center for sick inmates. So after a while, they sent me to Rankin County. I think I stayed in Rankin County about a year. I was messing with this female, and we ended up getting caught, not caught red-handed, but we ended up, people started finding out because, I used to tell her, like, she needs to slow down. But anyway, that's another story I'm going to tell. So I ended up getting shipped back to Parchman, where I started at. So I went back to Parchman. I think I was in, I want to say D building. I can't remember what building, but it wasn't that many. Like Parchman, they changed it from when I was there the first time. Like, it was a lot of stuff that changed. Like 29 was basically one side of the administration building was the whole, like they had it all blocked off and chained off and gated off. And the other side was the workers, either you working in the field or you working in the kitchen. So I got me a kitchen job. And guess who I ran across? Ike. Now, Ike, he was the shy one. He got tattoos all on his face, tattoos all on his body. I ran across him in the kitchen. He a SCR, he a Simon City Raw. And when I found out what building he was in, I got some homework, I got some information on him. He a straight go-getter. He really, and I'm not, when I say like he really about that, when I'm doing my videos, I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it, but I'm just telling the truth. Like, he turned out to be a straight beast from the information I'm getting. He's stabbing people. He fighting. He kind of, he was buff, hitting the iron. He was buffed up. So I'm like, dang, Ike done turned into a monster. He ain't never going home. Unlike Mike, who got turned out, and he ain't never going home. They took two totally different routes, and that's crazy. So I'm saying, like, it don't matter what you did to get in jail. It don't matter how strong you may seem. You know what I mean? It don't matter how strong you may seem while you're in the county jail, but when you get to that prison, that's gonna tell the tale. When you go to prison, that's you gonna know who you is. You gonna know what you made of when you go to prison. And with these two, one of them got turned out, one of them became a beast. And that's just how it goes sometimes. So I'm saying, if you're doing something that you know you ain't got no business doing, that could end you up in prison, stop doing it. There's many ways to make money legally. I'm saying that now because I'm out here. I'm experiencing it. I've done it. I did 12 years in prison. Even though I went back, I can say that I'm proud of myself. I became an entrepreneur. I accomplished a lot of things since I've been home. And over time, y'all will see everything that I've accomplished. So stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, and don't go to prison. I done it all. If I haven't done it, if I want to do it, then I'm gonna do it. With that being said, peace.